Welcome to English Unlocked, an easy English listening podcast for beginners. In each episode, you follow Mary from home to campus and back and hear real student life in simple language. Sometimes Mary makes small mistakes on purpose, says, "Bingo!" and then gives the correct sentence, so you can learn grammar and phrases in a fun, relaxed way. This podcast is perfect for A1, A2 learners who want to improve listening, build vocabulary, and enjoy a short story at the same time. Mary goes to university. Mary is a young student. She lives in a small apartment with her friend Anna. Every morning, she wakes up early because she has classes at the university. Today is a new day, and Mary feels happy. She wants to learn many things at school. She opens her eyes when the alarm rings. "Good morning, world," she says loudly. Then she goes to the bathroom, brushes her teeth, and washes her face. She looks in the mirror and smiles. "Today will be a good day," she says. She makes her bed and prepares breakfast. Some bread, butter, and a cup of tea. After breakfast, she packs her bag. She takes her notebook, pens, and a small lunchbox. She looks outside. The sky is blue, and the sun is shining. She wears her blue jeans and yellow t-shirt. "I am ready for university," she says. She locks the door and starts walking to the bus stop. Many cars are going down the street. She sees children going to school and people walking to work. At the bus stop, she waits with two other students. She smiles and says, "Hello." One of them replies, "Hi, Mary. Are you going to the university too?" Mary answers, "Yes, I goes to university every day." Then she laughs and says, "Bingo! That was wrong. The correct sentence is, I go to university every day." The bus comes and Mary gets on. She finds a seat by the window and puts her bag on her lap. The driver says, "Good morning." Mary smiles and says, "Good morning." The bus starts moving. She looks out of the window and sees tall buildings, coffee shops, and trees. Some people are talking quietly. Others look at their phones. Mary listens to music with her earphones. The music makes her feel calm. She thinks about the class she has today. "We talks about history," she says softly. Then she stops and laughs. "Bingo! That was wrong. The correct sentence is, we talk about history." After 20 minutes, the bus stops near the university gate. Mary gets off the bus and walks to the big entrance. The university is large and beautiful, with green grass and flowers everywhere. She sees students walking, laughing, and talking in small groups. She walks across the yard to her classroom. On the way, she says hello to a friend. "Hi, Sam. How are you?" Sam smiles and says, "I'm good, Mary. Let's go to class." They walk together. Mary says, "We are late. The teacher will angry." Then she quickly adds, "Bingo, that was wrong. The correct sentence is, the teacher will be angry." They reach the classroom just before the bell rings. The teacher, Mr. Brown, is already there. He is tall, with gray hair and glasses. He smiles kindly. "Good morning, everyone," he says. The students answer, "Good morning." Mary sits in the second row and opens her notebook. Mr. Brown writes on the board, "History of Modern Cities." He begins to talk about how cities grow and change. Mary listens carefully and takes notes. She likes history. It makes her imagine stories from the past. Sometimes she asks questions. "When does city build this bridge?" she asks. Then she stops and smiles. "Bingo, that was wrong. The correct sentence is, when did the city build this bridge?" Her teacher answers the question and continues the lesson. Mary feels proud of herself for noticing the mistake. Later, the teacher asks students to work in pairs. Mary and Sam choose to work together. They read a short text about an old city and answer some questions. Mary says, "This city have many old buildings." Then she smiles and says, "Bingo, that was wrong. The correct sentence is, this city has many old buildings." Sam laughs and says, "You're a good teacher, Mary." She laughs too. Maybe one day I will teach English. After class, Mary and her friends go to the cafeteria. The smell of food is everywhere. There is pizza, salad, fruit, and sandwiches. Mary buys a sandwich and a bottle of juice. They sit around a small table and talk about their classes. Anna says, "I like our English class today." Mary nods and answers, "Yes, I learn many new words." Then she corrects herself. "Bingo, that was wrong. The correct sentence is, I learned many new words." They laugh and continue eating. Mary looks around and sees many students studying, reading, and chatting. The university feels alive and busy. After lunch, Mary goes to the library. It is quiet inside. She finds a place near the window and opens her book. She reads about modern cities and takes notes for the next class. She studies for 1 hour and then checks the time. "It's 3 o'clock. I must goes now," she whispers. Then she laughs softly. "Bingo, that was wrong. The correct sentence is, I must go now." She packs her things and leaves the library. Outside, the sky is cloudy now. The wind is blowing, and Mary thinks it might rain soon. She walks to the bus stop quickly. On the way, she sees a small bakery. The smell of fresh bread is nice, so she buys one sweet roll for the way home. She says to the baker, "This bread smells good." The baker smiles, and Mary quickly says, "Bingo, that was wrong. The correct sentence is, this bread smells good." At the bus stop, there are many people waiting. The bus arrives after a few minutes. Mary gets on and finds a place to sit. She watches raindrops on the window. The city looks quiet now. People are walking fast to avoid the rain. Mary thinks about her day. Today was good. I study, I meet my friends, I eat delicious sandwich, and I learn many things. Then she closes her eyes and giggles. Bingo, those were wrong sentences. The correct ones are, I studied, I met my friends, I ate a delicious sandwich, and I learned many things. She smiles proudly. When the bus stops near her home, Mary gets off and walks carefully because the ground is wet. She opens her umbrella and enjoys the sound of the rain. She walks slowly, thinking about what she will cook for dinner. She says, I feel hungry, and then corrects herself. Bingo, that was wrong. The correct sentence is, I feel hungry. She reaches her apartment, opens the door, and sees Anna sitting on the sofa. Hi, Mary. How was your day? Anna asks. Mary smiles, takes off her shoes, and says, It was nice. The classes were very interesting. I also go library. Then immediately, bingo, that was wrong. The correct sentence is, I also went to the library. Anna laughs. You always correct yourself, Mary. That's a good way to learn. Mary nods. Yes, I think so too. They cook dinner together, rice with vegetables, and talk about their plans for the weekend. Mary says, Maybe we going to the park. Then she giggles. Bingo! That was wrong. The correct sentence is, Maybe we are going to the park. Anna says, Perfect, and claps her hands. After dinner, Mary takes a shower and finishes her homework. She feels tired but happy. She looks at her notebook and sees many new words written down. She whispers, Every day I'm learning better. Then she thinks, bingo, that was wrong. The correct sentence is, every day I learn better. Before bed, she writes in her diary, today I went to the university. I studied history, talked with my friends, and learned new things. I made mistakes, but I fixed them. I am proud of myself. She smiles, turns off the light, and goes to sleep, ready for another day of learning.